Hello, students. Welcome back. Today we will begin with a new unit, Unit 7, a different medium. This unit focuses on stories in different media, including cartoon strips, graphic novels, manga, and multimedia. The unit looks at how the same story can be made more accessible in a different format while exploring the features and techniques of different media. The subtopics are All the World's a Stage, What Has Changed, Using Language, Shakespeare Alive, Introducing Manga, Shion, Standard Format, Medium Makes a Difference, a multimedia novel, Language Matters, Plan an Episode, and Write and Display a Final Copy. Let us look at our first topic, All the World's a Stage. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the bard of Avon. Now, there was no electricity in Shakespeare's time, so there were no typewriters or computers. Every play was handwritten. Scripts were written for the play, and the actors would learn their parts largely through rehearsal and memorizing them by listening and repetition. Plays were a major form of entertainment in the absence of television, cinema, etc. Plays like stories have a format, structure, and layout that helps people know what to expect. Note that plays and novels are stories, but plays are completely dialogue, but novels often contain both narrative and dialogue. In plays, scenes and acts are used rather than chapters. Both act and scene are part of a play or performance. The main difference between the two is length and depth of each. An act consists of several scenes and can run for a long length in a performance. On the other hand, a scene features a brief situation of action and dialogue. To understand the layout features, read the extract from Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar on page 111. The second topic, What has changed? Many words have been adopted into the English language from other languages. Versions of Shakespeare's play may differ in terms of spelling and punctuation. Language is not fixed, it changes over time. The third topic, Using language. Shakespeare uses figurative language such as metaphor in his play. Plays can appear like poetry, especially in Shakespeare when the dialogue is like a poem, that is, new lines starting with a capital letter for reasons other than being a new paragraph. Now let us look at colons and semicolons. Colons introduce things. In a play script, it introduces the speaker. A colon can also introduce part of a sentence for emphasis. It is most commonly used in a play script to introduce each new speaker so that actors know their parts. Example: use of colon after the names Brutus and Cassius on page 111. Semicolons create a break between main or subordinate clauses, break before a connective, or where the break needs more than a comma but less than a full stop, particularly to set up a contrast. It can also be used to avoid ambiguity in lists. Example: Brutus was in favor of marching to Philippi to fight, semicolon. Cassius argued that they would win more easily if they stayed where they were. Full stop. This sentence has a semicolon and not a full stop or a comma to contrast the two different opinions of Brutus and Cassius. The fourth topic: Shakespeare alive. Graphic novels are an exciting new genre for reinterpreting literature of all kinds. They help bring to life stories that we may find hard to visualize. They are similar to comic books in format and may be produced in different versions. Example: original text, hybrid origin, plain English text, or even an abbreviated short version. The extract given on page 115 is a hybrid of modern English, but retaining the flavor of Shakespeare's language. It is mostly dialogue like the play script, but speaking appears in speech bubbles. It has the illustrations so that we can visualize the Roman clothing, idea of historical time, and see the battlefield. It also includes small bits of narrative text to explain the action and a glossary. The fifth topic: introducing manga. Manga are Japanese comic books. The format incorporates a wide range of fiction and non-fiction topics, including business books. The style is distinctive with angular drawings and bubbles, usually black and white, although more are now appearing in color. Traditional manga read from back to front and from right to left. Occasionally, international version reverse this to make it more familiar to other markets. When you look at page 118, where the manga tells the story through a cartoon strip, you will find that the frames are read from right to left. The different shape of the boxes even indicates whether it is a general narrative or first person narrative. The first person narrative is in straightforward rectangular style, whereas the general narrative has the jagged corners. The use of exclamation marks indicates that the speaker is speaking loudly. The picture is drawn smaller in frame 2 to focus on what he is doing rather than his expression. In frame 6, the faces show no eyes and downward curving mouths, implying that everybody has the same reactions and emotions. The sixth topic: Shion. Here you have to write a character profile of Shion. Questions are the best way to find out about information, either from others or oneself, because questions are a focusing device. You can use the questions given in the textbook on page 119. The seventh topic: standard format. Unlike the Shakespeare's play, which was reproduced in a different, more visual format to make it more accessible, the manga titled Number 6 was created in visual format. In order to explore how much difference format and medium can make, you can rewrite the manga extract in standard narrative format. Separate the extract into prologue and narrative and dialogue. Remember to use the third person for the prologue and the first person for the main story with Shion as the narrator. The eighth topic, medium makes a difference. You have already seen the similarities and differences between the play script and the graphic novel format for Shakespeare's play. Here you have to prepare a short presentation on manga in different format. The ninth topic, a multimedia novel. The text Flora and Ulysses, the illuminated adventures written by Kate DiCamillo combines media formats. The novel centers on the adventures of Flora, a young girl, and Ulysses the squirrel. The beginning of the novel is a comic book format prologue that outlines events leading up to what Flora sees out of her window, a vacuum cleaner dragging her neighbor round the garden and about to vacuum up a squirrel. The cartoon sequence foreshadows later events through the name of the vacuum cleaner and what Ulysses represents. The comic book Flora is reading foreshadows the squirrel acquiring superpowers. The tenth topic, language matters. When you look at the styles in the comic strip and the narrative, you will find that both are quirky and humorous in style, although one is mainly dialogue. Here, in the extract from chapter 1 on page 122, you will notice that each new paragraph starts in a new line. This is so to show a change of action, the speakers, and to emphasize an idea. Connectives have meanings. They link sentences according to their meaning. Use of incorrect connectives in writing can give completely the wrong effect. Therefore, you need to pay attention on the purpose of each connective, that is, linking meaning to purpose. You can check the table of connectives and their purpose on page 167. The 11th topic, plan an episode. Planning is an important part of writing, even if the final product does not exactly match the original plan. Here, use these plot details to help you plan an episode about Flora and Ulysses. Be as creative as you can, but do more detailed planning per paragraph. You can include images per paragraph and some ideas to bring dialogues come to life and to become the cartoon comic book segment. The 12th and our last topic, make and display a final copy. Once your plan is complete, you can draft your writing according to your plan. Remember to include an exciting or quirky chapter title, a cartoon sequence, a similar style to the novel, third person narrative, dialogue, cliffhanger ending to make you want to read on. With this, that brings us to the end of this unit. Until our next class, till then, take care and stay safe.